Hello and welcome back to Jacob's Toys 5-minute figure reviews. Please do like, share and subscribe and all of those things. All support is very much appreciated. So in this video we are taking a look at the very cool Build-A-Figure Ursa Major from the recent Ursa Major wave. Now Ursa Major, for those of you that don't know, is Mikhail Ursus. I think I said that right. It's obviously a Russian name. And he is part of the Winter Guard along with Darkstar that we also saw in this wave as well. So let me just put him together and then we'll go into the character a little bit more. So we had a back piece here that just clips on, and then there's like a fur piece as well. We've got quite big arms that clip in nice and easy, have quite a lot of articulation there as well. The legs here are a little bit shorter and they're quite stiff, might need a bit of pressure or a little bit of heat. I'll come back to them in a minute because they are going to really need a good push in. But that is a good sign. If it is difficult to put together, then it's going to be difficult to come apart. So that is always a good sign with Build-A-Figure, in my opinion. Same for this left leg here as well. I'm going to do them in a sec off camera. So here we go, put the other arm in as well. That clicks in nicely. Just arrange that, turn that around a little bit as well. These paws are cool. There's a lot of articulation in the paws, and we've got the head there as well. And again, I just need to put a little bit on, a little bit of pressure on, and then you've got this back piece here that makes him just a little bit more, a little bit bigger. So let me take him off and just push these bits in properly. And there we go. With the power of editing, we are straight back. So a little bit more about Ursa Major. So he is a mutant. As I said, he is a Russian super soldier. So he has all those things like enhanced speed, strength and stamina, etc. But the thing about him being a mutant is he is obviously in his human form. He can mutate into this huge bear-like humanoid bear within a matter of seconds. He first debuted in the early 80s. I think it was 1981 in one of the Incredible Hulk comics, and has since been a frequent character in Marvel comics here and there. Now the Winter Guard with Darkstar, Crimson Dynamo and of course Red Guardian is basically Russia's version of the Avengers, and he is one of the main characters there. Now what's interesting about him is they make him quite human. The actual character when in human form has suffered a little bit of problem with alcoholism, which obviously makes him like a lot more aggressive, gets him in fights, etc. It makes him a little bit more of a humanized character. Now I'm just going to mess around with a pose here. I'm going to see if I can actually pull this off, because the nice thing about these paws is that there's quite a bit of articulation in his hands, in his front paws, which actually lends itself to, let's see if I can actually get this, lends himself to actually quite a bit of balance. So I think it's going to hold. I think it is actually going to hold. Let's have a look. There you go. Perfect. Actually holds. But yeah, now they're quite nice. They go forward and backwards, so you can, I don't think you can get him down on all fours because those back legs are quite stumpy. But yeah, no, it's cool to have a mutant in the Build-A-Figure form. And as I said, we've already got Crimson Dynamo as a Build-A-Figure. We've got a Red Guardian figure. Darkstar obviously came in this wave as well, so we can actually put together a nice little Winter Guard setup there. Now the detail on him is quite nice. The actual bear face is quite nice. He's definitely like a big angry bear. There's not a huge amount of colour used on him, but then he's a big brown bear, so what more do you want? I think that using this mould, they could definitely go down the angle of making like Werewolf by Night, but that's a whole different subject to get into. So if I bring in Crimson Dynamo, you can see they stand sort of shoulder to shoulder as Build-A-Figures, which is quite nice. And I bring in Darkstar, who I've also done a review on as well. Do check that out on my channel. Just pop her in front of him there. And then I'll bring in this older version of Red Guardian. Now I'm sure we're going to get an updated Red Guardian at some point, but for now this one works absolutely fine with no complaints. And there you go, you've got a nice Winter Guard setup. And I'm a stickler for completing teams. I do enjoy completing teams, so being able to complete a team with one wave is absolutely fantastic, because obviously we had the other two previously, but having Ursa Major as the Build-A-Figure in the wave that Darkstar came in was a really nice touch, and I'm really grateful to the guys over at Marvel Legends and Hasbro for doing that, so thanks very much. But there they are as the Winter Guard team. So let's just take these guys away just so we can focus a little bit more on Ursa Major. And as a Build-A-Figure, he is really nice. I definitely prefer the humanized, kind of the humanoid animal Build-A-Figures over the kind of robotic ones. I think that they're really cool, and I can't see a huge amount of parts that are reused, to be fair. I think that they're all quite unique. The only problem is when you turn his head like this, like I was saying, you turn his head left and right, it does push this back piece off a little bit, so you do need to watch that a little bit. But this is cool as well. If you actually push back his waist, you can actually give him a bit of a gut, so you can either have him as a bit of a kind of bottom heavy or top heavy kind of character with like a bit of a gut there, which is quite a cool look for a kind of a big brown bear. that kind of works actually, quite like that. Or you can click him forward and stand him upright, and then obviously there's his six pack, and he's quite hench and quite dominating. But yeah, he's a really cool figure, really cool figure. I'm really pleased to have him in the collection, and I suggest that you definitely pick him up or pick the wave up if you can do so. So there we go, there is that 5 minutes. I'm well overdue here, but he is really cool. He's really good. Go and pick him up if you can. If you can get him on the secondary market, if you don't have the wave, the full wave, I fully recommend you do, because he is a pretty awesome builder figure. Do like, share and subscribe and all of those things. It's very much appreciated, and I will catch you next time.